My dear friends, today I am very happy to introduce you to the inner freedom process. What do I mean by inner freedom process? Every human being has got four emotions: joy, anger, sadness, and fear. Joy is always positive. The other three, which are negative, needs our special effort to transform them into positives. And in most of our retreats, spiritual retreats, this part is very much neglected even today. We give more importance to piety and more along with it, more in reflection activity of the brain. But the feeling level is very, very essential, which is not given importance, as I already mentioned. And feelings are collected in the subconscious part of the mind. As we all know that we all have conscious mind and subconscious mind. And subconscious mind, right from the beginning of conception till one dies, goes on collecting and storing in itself all the experiences a person goes through. Positives will be collected as positives, and the negatives will be collected as negatives. And we are told by certain people that the negatives increases gradually within. Though we hear that time heals a person, which is not that true at all. But the fact is that the negativities which go into our subconscious, they get augmented or grown or sort of uh, grown into a higher quantity. So each person has got an important role to play within one's own self to transform these negativities which are deposited right from the mother's womb. And this part is uh, the process which I help people for the last 30 years. And it happened this way. I came to know about the role of the negativities through a person who came very sick, chronic arthritis with crooked fingers, chronic ulcer, and then chronic asthma. And this particular person was admitted in a hospital for a year even. And still she was very sick when she came, and her doctor told her, if you come back from Belgaum more sick with asthma, etc., I will not care for you because that place is very cold, not good for your health. But she thought to herself, I am suffering here and my companions are going for Jubilee retreat, so I will join, let anything happen. I am ready to suffer because I am already suffering. So she came, she attended the retreat. She could not come for any of the scheduled programs because she was so sick. She could not get up in the morning. She had to almost 45 minutes massage her legs to come out of the bed. And she could not attend any of the holy masses, etc., etc. talks. Once in a while, when I was free, I used to go to her and listen to her stories. So she used to tell me she had a very good, very loving family, and she had no problem from parents, plenty of love. And then when she and her younger ones were sent to one particular place, to her aunt or uncle's place for schooling, all her problems started. That aunt was like almost like we can say a devilish person. She tortured this young girl of 10, and she suffered such a lot till she left that place from high school or so. And she used to talk about this and cry and cry. I used to just listen. In those days, I was remembering that to be a good listener is very good quality for counseling. That's all I knew. I did not know much about counseling at that time because I was a young priest at that time. And at the end of the month, she tells me her fingers became, both the hands fingers became very normal. And I used to hear she commenting about her programs, etc. When sisters dance on the stage, she used to cry because she could not move her hands, legs, etc. She used to drag even her legs while walking. And when she told me her fingers were strong, I gave my fingers to her to crush, thinking that I will not feel any pain at all. She will not be able to uh, make me feel pain because she didn't have any strength. But after some time, I started feeling pain, and I started feeling her pressure, and I thought maybe she's just gone mad, and that's why she imagined she's healed. So I did not believe. In spite of getting pain, then I had to pull my hand out from her because she could make me feel pain severely. That did not make me feel that it was a healing. And again, after 2-3 days, she says, "My legs are okay." I said, "You have gone doubly mad. That's why you are saying your legs are okay." Then I remembered her once saying she was crying on this when she saw her sisters on the stage. So I asked her to dance, thinking that she would do some Bharatanatyam dance where no much activity as such there. So what she did, she sat on her toes and then started like jumping like a frog and went round the room 2-3 times. I said, "Now you are really mad. That's why you are doing this. This is all possession of some devil. You cannot get healed like this." So I just could not believe. And then after a week again, she says, "I can eat normal food." And all this time she was living on some biscuits and hardly any food. How she survived without sleep and without food, God only knew. If I had known earlier, I would have sent her home out of fear that she couldn't survive in my place. And then after she went, I told her she should contact me every day through inland letter, how she was, about her healing, whether it was true or not. I could not believe. And after a month, I met her, and I could not believe that it was she walking so straight Otherwise, she was all the time bending down, dragging her feet, etc. And here there was a normal, straight standing person, very healthy, very happy, uh, very agile. And from then onwards, I started thinking, why this woman got well? And all the memories of a little uh, counseling I did came to my mind, and then I made use of such informations and other books, etc. And then I came to a conclusion that negative experiences of a person get deposited in the subconscious level, and today I am very, very convinced that everything what we experience right from conception, from 9 months in the womb of the mother, and after that, after birth, all those things are collected in the subconscious level, because I have dealt with even a person of 80 years old who were dealing with childhood experience or even womb experiences, etc. Nothing goes out of us, out of our subconscious level. So, the importance of transforming the negativities of anger, sadness, and fear is very, very essential for the well being of every human being, whatever religion one belongs, whatever the age is. And this is the uh, message I give out. Of course, this process is a hard process. In the beginning, people misunderstand. They say you are the only one who gives importance to the negativities, and now all the others are stressing on positives. And I always give this example to them. If 1% of our body is with a wound or pus, can we say 99% is okay, so we can ignore it? Unless we care for that 1%, it is not necessary. It is not. It's not possible for healing. And if we want well-being, happy feeling, we have to go into these negativities. And I again want to stress, it's a very hard job, and to convince oneself that this is a good process in the beginning, it's not that easy, but once we get into it, we will never regret. And I give another example also. For the conscious mind to get into touch with the unconscious, subconscious, is by repeating what one feels. Normally we are hurt by someone many years ago maybe, but we carry on even in sleep, even in a dream. But we never acknowledge this is happening. So this repetition is the one which really connects our conscious mind to the subconscious, and then what is collected in the subconscious comes up to the surface level and goes out. It's like lighting a candle, unlit candle with a match. And if we don't light it, the candle remains the same height. But if we light, it starts slowly burning down and feeling. It will come to the bottom, and where there is no wick, no wax to burn. And whatever flame you can bring there, there is nothing to catch fire. And very important point to remember, mind cannot feel what is not collected in itself. And this is a very, very true fact which will take time for people to accept unless through one's own experience. So this is my welcome and encouraging words for all in the world, that we have to spend a real time to heal ourselves from the negativities which we have collected right from womb onwards till we are today. Of course, the future also is there. So please give a good thought about this and read about and study about. You can also contact me about the inner freedom process or inner freedom retreat. I want to inform you that I have many talks connected with feeling level, and these are available in the coming episodes, and you can contact me personally if anyone needs a personal process or retreat. You can contact me through email or WhatsApp, etc. And follow the episodes one after another. My talks are only connected with feelings. It's not a reflective feelings or anything. It's mainly on negative feelings to help you to go into your life history experiences, especially the negatives. Positives don't need any encouragement because they are positive already. And what requires care and hard work and healing effort is negatives, anger, sadness, and fear, and various shades of these major negativities. So, welcome each one of you to Conscious Think. It's better that you listen each one according to your need from the title.